Hello everyone, today we'll build the UI. First, let's go to the main page. Let's add a view to serve as our header. We'll name it header view. Then set the width to 100% and the height to 82. Remove the background color, then add a border. For the width, we only need the bottom one. Next is the header content. Let's set a max width. Set the width to 90%. Click the icon next to it for additional settings and add a max width of 1152. The height is 82 and we'll set the padding to 16. Set the layout from left to right and apply space between alignment. Remove the background color. Next, we can set up the logo. Similarly, we'll add a view. Name this logo view. Set the width of this view to fit content and the height to 61.5. Similarly, set a left to right layout with a gap of 12. Again, remove the background color. Next, we can add a view to serve as the background for the logo. Set both the width and height to 36. The position is centered. For the background color, choose our primary color. Then set the border radius to 14. Now we can add an image inside it. Okay, for the image, click Upload. Then set the width and height of this image to 20 by 20. Next, we'll edit the text next to the logo. Under the logo view, add another view. This view is specifically for text. The layout is top to bottom. Its width and height are set to fit content. Next, remove the background color and add two text elements inside. As you can see, the very first text element that we have here is our title. The second one is our subtitle. Okay, click our title and let's input our content. Style AI. Then set the width to fit content. Both width and height are set to fit. The font size is 18 and the line height is 28. We'll set the font weight to medium. For the color, we can use the exact same color we just applied to all the titles. And then the one below is the subtitle. Here, the font size is 12, the width is 16. Wait, the line height is 16. Similarly, set the color. Then we click back to the text view. It should be aligned to the left. The layout is top to bottom, starting from the top left corner. Okay, our logo related editing is finished. Now for the rest of the page, let's start with a view placeholder. Next, we will explain how to add logic here. Let's name it first. Below is our main content. Similarly, create a view. The width is 90% and the max width is 1152. For the height, we can set it to fit content. The left and right padding is 16. The top and bottom padding is 32. The gap is 40. Then remove the background color. Okay, there are a few sections in here. The first one is typically a general description of our entire project. So we can go ahead and add a view inside and then give this view a name. Set the width to 100%, max width to 574, and height to fit. Then you can go ahead and completely remove the background color. Inside, there's a small badge. Let's name it. The badge width is fit content. Set the height to 36. Set its margin to 16, its padding is 16 left and right, and 8 top and bottom. Layout is left to right, and the gap is 8. Radius to 18. Similarly, select the primary color for the background and set the opacity to 10% so it isn't too dark. Let's put our logo and text inside. Don't forget to name the outermost view. Returning to our small badge, let's go ahead and set the name for this image. Similarly, select our image. The width and height are both 16. Next, let's set up our text. Here, the font weight is 12 and the line height is 16. Similarly, set the color. Then go back to the text view. It should be aligned to the left. The small badge is now complete. Below that is the title and subtitle, so add 2 text components. Enter your content here. Then for the header tags, you can select H2. This depends on personal preference. The font size is 36. The line height is 43. We can select medium for the font weight. Select the matching color for our title. Similarly, we can edit our subtitle. Let's update its content. Here we can enable multiple lines since there is a bit more text. Start by setting both the width and height to fit. Then center the text. We can make the font size just a bit larger. Let's set it to 16. After that, set the line height to 24. And lastly, for the text color, choose the subtitle color. Let's fix the spacing by setting the top margin to 12. The title's product description is done. Next, we can quickly build the image upload area. Similarly, add a view here. Give it a name. Width is 100%. Height fits content. The layout is left to right. The gap is 24. Then remove the background color of this view. Inside, there are two items, the original image upload and the result page. Go ahead and select these two. Then set the width to 1 FR. Set height to fit. Similarly, we'll configure this as a top to bottom layout aligned to the left side. Next, set the gap to exactly 12. Then we will soften the edges by setting the border radius to 14. And just like before, remove the background color and add a clear border. Set border width. Next, let's edit the image and text inside. First, let's name these two components. So the first one here is the original image view. And the other view here is the results view. Let's add a text component to the original image view. We can copy the text from the previous one so we don't have to style it again. Edit the text. Change the text here too. The font size is 14 and the line height is 20. Select medium for the font weight, then adjust the color. Next, we will edit the image upload component. Let's add an image picker component. We can set the width to 100% and the height to 548. Then we don't need a background color, but we do need a border. set the border width to 2. Then the border radius can be 16. Choose the primary border color. Then in the result view on the right, we can copy the text over, change the corresponding name. As for whether the specific content inside will be in loading or initial state, we'll discuss that a bit later. For now, we'll just place a view as a placeholder. Okay, the bottom part is our select view. Similarly, under the main view, add a view. Let's go ahead and give it a name. Set the width to 100% and height to fit content. Set top margin to 40 and remove the background. Next, moving inside this structure, we will add a new text element and then pair it with a select view. First, let's edit the text. Give the text a name and enter your content. The font size is 14, line height 20, medium weight. Select the title color. Then below is our select view. First, click on the outer view and rename it. Then go ahead and remove the default items located inside. View. Uh, remove min and max width. Set height to 138, padding 6 on all sides, center align, and remove the background. Next, configure the data source here. Select remote and set up our style. Change the overflow setting to hidden. Then inside, add 2 views. The width is 100%. The height is set to fit content. The left and right padding is 16 and the top and bottom is 12. Set layout left to right. Gap is 8. The border radius is 10. Next, for the background color, choose our primary color. Inside here, go ahead and add an image element. Set the image width to 40 and the height to 40. Next, set the bottom margin to 12 and the border radius to 10. Set the image source to data binding current item preview. Okay, then let's edit the text below. Let's go ahead and name the text. Select data binding, then current item, and bind to name. Set font size to 14, line height 20, and select medium. Next, pick the color. Now, let's edit the description text element to display our dynamic content. Select the text and then head over to the right-hand properties panel. Click on the data binding icon next to the text field. From the list, choose current item and then select description. Since I don't want it to be too long, we'll use an ellipsis at the end. We can turn on the multiple lines option and limit it to one line. Then set the font size to 12, the line height to 16, and simply select a color. Okay, our select card view is done. Copy this view and paste it into the selected state. Go ahead and delete the text inside. Here, we can change the background color and text color. Remove the background color and add a border. Next, set the border width to 2 and the border radius to 14. Finally, select the primary color, add an icon top right. Position absolute, top 8, right 8, width 20, height 20. Next, let's remove the margin. Set image source to check.svg, set width and height to 16, Finally, the history record, add a view. Width 100%, height fit content. Next, we'll add a list component. Name this list history list. The layout is top to bottom. The number of columns is 4, and both the vertical and horizontal spacing are 12. Set the width to 100% and the height to fit content. Now let's configure where this specific component retrieves its information. You can edit the data source right here within the properties panel. Since we need to pull live data directly from our backend API, go ahead and select remote from the drop-down menu. This ensures that everything remains fully synced. Select logged in user results. Let's begin by selecting the list item component. Over on the right in the properties panel, we'll set both the width and the height to 180. Next, moving to the layout section, change the direction to a top to bottom layout. And finally, scroll down just a little bit and set the border radius to 10. Remove the background color and add a border. Set width to 1, radius to 10. Next, add an image inside. Set width to 100%, height 135. Bind image source to current item, output image. Set the border radius to 10. Then we can add an action here so that when the image is clicked, it opens up in full screen. Okay, so this covers the general UI configuration.